I'm going to focus now on construction across South Texas, multifamily units, new homes, neighborhoods popping up left and right. On behalf of the Rio Grande Valley Builders Association, Executive Officer Johnny Vasquez in the studio. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Let me start with something you and I talked about off air, which was multifamily units. You had one member of your association that looked at what's taking place right now. Lots of multifamily construction left and right, which makes sense in what's happening in the economy. I believe he said, how many times greater is the multifamily construction and inventory now compared to just like 15 years ago?
Yeah, no, most definitely, Sergio. Yeah, there's quite a bit. It's 4 times as much almost that is out there on the ground and ready for sale. You know, some of them are out there already prepared to make you an offer. So multifamily units are a great investment opportunity. They're also a way for you to build wealth. So they're out there, and you can go across the valley from one end to the next, and you will find a new multifamily subdivision ready for you to take.
And it makes sense now with, you know, all the jobs at the Port of Brownsville, LNG, and all the operations there, Elon Musk and the thousands of people that he's bringing down here, which of course has a multiplier and a spinoff, which brings other industries and other industries and support businesses for that as well. So I'm sure that all of this will be filled. So is there a shortage of multifamily?
There's definitely not a shortage of multifamily at this point, but there's people moving to the valley, and they're going to need a place to live, temporary workers, if anything, you know, maybe 6 months, a year, maybe 2 years. And the inventory's there. So it is a good time right now to go out there and pick up one of those multifamily units if you're an investor. Would
it be a smart time to build more multifamily right now, do you think?
So, I mean, that's obviously a good question for someone to take to a professional. I'm not going to give any professional advice on when you should build, but really seek the knowledge in what's actually out there already. If there is a tight competition, probably maybe not a good time to start. But unless there's areas that you're looking at that are not used, the valley's big, Sergio, you know, from all the way from the South Padre Island to Rio Grande City, there is industry coming. So find your spot.
Oh, and they keep saying that what we have now, as far as the jobs, they can put LNG, they say like right now we got 4,000, 3 to 4. Expect twice or 3 times that much when they reach peak construction with a second LNG. Ooh, tens of thousands. Then of course Elon Musk wants to bring all these people from California over here. Yeah. So that's another 7 to 10,000. So I can see where apartments and these these duplexes, whatever you call them,
multifamily. Yeah, that's an upgrade from an apartment, really. You know, there's a lot of them that have amenities. You know, some of them have playgrounds and pools. So I mean, there's some really innovative stuff going on out there in the multifamily space.
With the Rio Grande Valley Builders Association in studio, Johnny Vasquez. When we have Mayor Ramiro Garza, and Javier Villalobos, Brownsville Mayor, he says the same thing. Home construction is like through the roof right now. People are just like building new subdivisions left and right.
Right.
And then of course the realtors would say, well, it's a tight market, and interest rates are a little higher now than they were, ridiculously low just some time back. But man, hammers are flying left and right, despite all the headwind or pressure that. So what's going on? I mean, what's the opinion from the Builders Association as far as the economy?
Well, you know, things change overnight, right? Like here in the Rio Grande Valley, we have a tremendous amount of space to grow. We have subdivisions coming up in all different places: Alamo, Mid Valley, San Juan, West Lagodonna, all across the valley, Edinburgh, McAllen. You look, there's a new home subdivision coming up. So there is places to live, and there is homes on the ground right now for sale. One of the main things that the association is looking at is affordability and attainability. You know, just because the home is there doesn't mean there's a large market for people to come and buy that home. Yeah. And so anytime the price goes up on a home, or if home prices raise just a bit, it does price out quite a few people from the market.
Let's talk about the 700-pound gorilla in the room, right? Construction.
Construction
needs labor.
That's right.
How much of the labor, because we have seen in the news raids on construction sites. A few days back was Brownsville and South Padre. So más o menos, just ballpark, intelligent guess, how much of the workforce that's out there building stuff in the valley, let's just focus on the valley, how much do you think is not working with legal papers? Like it's illegal aliens working, getting cash, all that. So how much of
you know, Sergio, I don't have that exact number, but I can tell you this. I can tell you that we're short construction workers overall in the state of Texas. Almost 400,000 workers short. And that's just now. That's before ICE raids, right? This was before all of this situation that's going on. And mind you, the Builders Association, we're for the rule of law. We want secure borders, and we're for that. But on the top side of it, we need places for people to live. And we need our home builders to continue to build homes for those people, for places to live. So right now, with everything that's going on in the media, everything that's going on in the news, yeah, it's an important issue, and most definitely. But this is an issue that's been going on for many, many years, Sergio.
Has it hampered construction work?
Most definitely, it's hampered construction.
The builders say people not showing up to work.
Yeah, it's causing
what, half my crew, or I lost a third of my crew, or what is it?
Yeah, there's a standstill overall. I mean, you have a tremendous amount of builders out there that are concerned. This is impacting their livelihood. Now, granted, we encourage our association to verify employment. That's one of our bases, is verify employment. So this is an issue broader than that, Sergio. This is an immigration issue, federal issue, and that's why we're going to D.C. to talk to our representatives. Okay. We're excited about this because it is time. There has to be something done. And now that it's in the face, on the media, in the news, and it's causing riots across the country, this is a situation that Congress needs to act on.
Johnny Vasquez, Rio Grande Valley Builders Association. Yeah, that meeting up in D.C. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that have construction firms and say, hey, we've lost some of our labor. I hope it's not a majority, but either way, it's going to get done, I would imagine. The projects, whatever crew that you have.
There's crews out there. I was out there this past weekend. I was out there this past weekend driving around, touring the homes. There's crews out there that are working.
It just might not be done on the initial timeline.
There's timelines that are going to be affected. That's right. That's right. Timelines are going to be affected. Home prices are going to be affected. Just going back to what we're talking about, home prices, raising them just $1,000, like I was sharing with you earlier, raising just a home price, average home price, $1,000 is going to price out 22,000
the state figure.
State figure. Okay. That's right. State figure.
So you raise it if a price of a home goes up to $1,000, and again, this is a Texas figure.
This is a Texas figure.
$1,000 higher on a price for a home elbows out. How many people?
About 22,000 potential home buyers in the market. So we can't afford to have prices of homes go up based on material costs. I know tariffs were a big issue earlier this year.
Well,
labor costs now going up. And Sergio, the home is a place where people can set down their roots. We want people to come to the Valley, call the Valley their home, spend money here in the Valley, and enjoy the time here. This is a great place to live, and it's like no other place in the world, if you ask me. But it's just difficult for our home builders and the Home Builders Association to complete projects on time and do a lot of the things that they need to be doing to provide these homes in these places for people to live. It's difficult. It's not an easy task. And Congress, like I said, I'm go back to this, Sergio, because this is an issue that's been around for 40 years. Immigration. This is not something new that's just coming up. I know the Trump administration right now is doing its best to secure the border and remove a lot of bad actors like President Trump had mentioned. But what we're calling upon is for Congress to act and make more permanent solutions for these workers that are here that really we need. We need construction workers.
Yeah. Ag sector, service sector, construction sector. Says a lot about the strength of the American economy where there's demand for that labor. It's just, it is an adjustment that is decades in the making.
That's right.
Johnny Vasquez, executive officer over at the Rio Grande Valley Builders Association. We need more labor. And to get there, we need to train young men and women to be plumbers and electricians and people that can erect buildings and all that. I know the legislature was trying to address that. Just give me your thoughts on the and I know that you guys have been giving thumbs up to efforts by the local junior colleges districts to get more people in there.
We're supporting all types of trades, anywhere where people can come and learn a trade and build a business and run a crew and add to the workforce. We support that. We are behind that. We're behind the TSTC funding. We're behind any type of trades. I mean, Edinburgh.
What did TSTC do recently? I need to call.
So there was funding that they needed to have permanent funding, and we're supporting that legislation. I'm sure that you can look up more information on that. But one of the things that's important also is getting to these students early on and giving them that knowledge early on. Edinburgh ISD. Is doing a wonderful job with their career and training education. That's an amazing thing. We toured the facility, plumbing, HVAC.
There we go.
Framing, amazing, everything.
Yeah.
I was just astonished by how much is out there and is available to you. So parents, if you're listening and your son or daughter doesn't want to go to a 4-year degree, and send them to a trade school. You know, there's some that are really excellent. There's trade schools all across the country.
We need a lot more of that.
We need more.
Oof,
we need more
Goodness.
homeowners. I mean, we need more people getting into the trades to provide jobs for the home building industry.
No, and you mentioned Edinburgh CSD as one example of a school district I do believe is absolutely doing it right. If we could just copy paste this in Metro Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio, where all these trades, you get everything. You at Edinburgh on a yearly basis, they're sending out teams, construction teams, and working side by side with the professional plumbers and electricians. So from HVAC, the air conditioning systems, these kids that know how to erect and put all the wood paneling together to erect a building. And
most
electricity,
definitely.
plumbing, it's all there.
They're all there. You know, South Texas or South Texas Community College, or STCC, STC, South Texas College out there. They have a program as well as Southern Careers Institute. They got a welding program and some other programs there. So there's plenty of options for you to get into the trade. So I highly encourage it, and we support it as an association. I'm
running out of time here. So
yes, sir.
I know one of the reasons I called you is you have this annual parade of homes. That's coming up. So tell me about where do we put that on the calendar?
The Rio Grande Valley Builders Association hosts an annual parade of homes. This is a time for you to go out and see the best of the best builders out there that are providing some innovative new construction. You can go out there and see some of the latest in trends, and it's just an amazing time to go out and see if you're wanting to buy something that's already built, or you want to customize a home. There's going to be home builders out there that can guide you through that process.
It's quite the show. We've seen that before. It's a real pretty innovative new construction.
Absolutely, and it's a great time to celebrate the home building industry, right? There's a lot of people out there that think that home building is just kind of like, hey, you live in the house, but no, the home is where you again plant your roots, where you're going to live, where you're going to breathe, and where you're going to enjoy time with your family. So you want to make sure you enjoy it. So go to the Parade of Homes. Our website is rgvba.org. That's Rio Grande Valley Builders Association, rgvba.org, and you can go ahead and click on the Parade of Homes tab. Then we're doing some amazing giveaways.
There's 2 weekends, right? That you guys
2 weekends. Last 2 weekends in July.
Okay.
July 19th and 20th, 26th and 27th. Make time, make plans, and we'd love to see you out there.
Well, touch base with us again. I know you're going to D.C. to talk with other national builders, home builders, and you got labor issues to discuss and tariffs and everything else. Touch base if they decided on something interesting.
Most definitely.
Like to follow up with
we're flying in with a large group. This is not just the local, it's the National Association of Home Builders and the Texas Builders Association.
On behalf of the Rio Grande Valley Builders Association, their website, RGVBA, BA is for Builders Association, RGVBA.org is the website. Go check out on the calendar their Parade of Homes coming up in just a few weeks. Johnny Vasquez, thanks for stopping by.